What do you think is the greatest anime fight of all time?
Goku versus Vegeta, the first one.
All right, seeing as how I can't give you guys just one, I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 anime fights of all time. Here we go. First one I'm gonna hit you guys with is Ippo versus Iji Date, Hajime no Ippo. Now, Ippo is getting his first major world title shot despite being 17 years old against arguably the best boxer in Japan. And this is a back and forth fight, and this is basically heart and determination versus experience and skill. And Ippo was so damn close. He was so close to winning this fight. But I think what made it better is the fact that he lost because it gave him something to work towards. But yeah, this fight alone showed you why Iji Date is one of the best boxers in the series. Next one is Ken and Ryu versus M. Bison in the Street Fighter animated movie. This whole animated movie is 5 stars across, from the acting to the animation to the fights. I mean, this movie is damn near flawless. And the fact that Ken and Ryu had to team up against a supercharged M. Bison tells you all you need to know, despite these guys' fighting skill. But this is pretty much Street Fighter's best adaptation to this day. They have yet to top this. Moving on. Next, Hit versus Jiren from Dragon Ball Super. This is pretty much a clash of the Titan because Jiren is pretty much this indestructible force with no ceiling or no limit to his power against Hit, who is basically has a 99.9% assassination rate. And believe it or not, I actually wanted Hit to win this fight. I really did. But once again, this is another case of skill, precision, and technique versus raw power. And of course, the debate is, well, if you were allowed to your opponent, would Hit have won? I think that if it was allowed, then he would have won. But then again, that's speculation. Moving on. I know this is going to be kind of a basic answer from some of you guys, but next is Goku versus Frieza. I don't really think I need to go into too much detail with this one because it's more of a if you know, you know kind of thing, especially if you watch Dragon Ball Z since the early 90s. But just a side note right quick, I don't understand why this would be considered basic because, believe it or not, if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z, a lot of people wouldn't even be in anime in general. But besides the action, the choreography in this fight, what made it was just the raw emotion because Frieza was pretty much just this impossible monster, this impossible mountain to climb, but Goku managed to do it and he turned Super Saiyan while doing so. Because Frieza is basically this oppressive colonizing titan, while Goku, who is considered one of the lower beings of his Saiyan race, end up at the tippy top, the mountaintop, which was Super Saiyan. But yes, for obvious reasons, this fight is very, very close to my heart. It's one of the best anime fights of all time. Now my number one pick. And my number one favorite anime fight of all time. Yusuke versus Toguro 2, the Dark Tournament Saga from Yu Yu Hakusho. This fight gave us action, it gave us drama, and it showed us growth and progression as far as Yusuke's character, from his fighting skill and as a person. And one thing that it gave us that I liked was Toguro's tragic backstory, as how he wanted to live forever because he never wanted to be weak. So he was willing to do whatever it took to become stronger, even if it means getting rid of his own humanity. And as strong as Yusuke was getting, that was one of Yusuke's biggest fears, like, well, if I get stronger, am I going to become just like you, Toguro? And Toguro got somewhat of a tragic end. He lost, and then he has to spend 10,000 years in the nether realm. But anyway, guys, those are my top 5 anime fights of all time. I might do a top 10 list later, but anyway, thank you guys for listening. I'll be back next time. Peace out.